Hey, everybody. We're here. The psychic triad is back. Yay. Um, let's see here. What do we got going on? Hmm. Well, I see that we only have about 4 people here, so maybe we should chat just a little bit, let people have time to get in and see
Okay,
what's going on. Terry Lee,
sounds
what's going
great.
on with
Oh,
you?
no, she asked me because I just told him I have a big bomb to share with him. So she's like, she'll eat up some time. Hey, hey, everybody. Oh, look, Wiki's here now. And
Yeah.
Cindy's heart. Hi. So, sometime back, before I had all the crazy flooding in my house and having my house remodeled, all that, I asked to learn the true center and a wholeness of being connected to everything but attached to nothing. So I got into that while I was separated from my home and not being able to do enough shows. And then I just got this real hunger. Now I'm here, I'm settled, and I'm like, there's something more. There's a piece of something out there I haven't quite got yet, and I hope I'm ready for it. So let me have it. And boy, did the universe respond. I started to get into Robert Edward Grant. And I don't know if you're familiar with his work. He has a show on Gaia called Codex, which is, excuse me, a lot about mathematics. Okay. But he ties mathematics into spirituality, into our individual souls, who we are, remembering who we are. And that's what got me into it because I'm always saying we need to remember who we are, right? That's what I got from the studying of souls. And got into it and listened to a couple interviews. He has a channel and he's on several channels. If you Google him or not search for him on YouTube, dive in, everyone. Dive in. It's the next
Again?
level. Robert Edward Grant.
Okay.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
boy, I'm still just asking Spirit for helping me to digest it and then find a way to, share it in a another way that maybe somebody would get with their different perspective of things.
He's
So
talking about self-awareness, soul expansion. Or is it astrology?
it's everything. I kid you not. Come back at our next show and tell me I was wrong. It's everything. It just and it all when it all starts firing off and connecting in your mind, you're just like, wow, okay, that's it. I kind of knew, but this is how it can fit together. I mean, it's not that he's the no all end all. It's just it's a launching pad. If you listen to him and watch some of his interviews, it's just really a launching pad into tying everything together and thinking about things with different perspectives.
Thinking about things that what?
And different perspectives,
Oh,
and one of his points, and I love this one, is that, we learn in our life, hopefully, to understand that we judge other people because it's what we don't like in ourselves. And becoming enlightened is coming up to a level where you don't judge other people and you understand that we're all here having an experience and you look at them differently and you look at their perspective and go, hey, maybe I need to listen a little more lovingly and cautiously and accept that person as a soul and learn from them. And that's just one of the things that he mentioned that really got me into his work right away because I love that.
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I put his name up in the chat just in case
Thank
people
you.
are late and they didn't hear his name.
Thank you, Terry.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear more about how that works out because I remember back when I was a Christian, I asked, okay, God, I'm ready. I'd like to know more about patience, and I'm like, what the heck would you ask for that for?
Right. When you ask the universe answers. You get
They
it.
answer, and then they're going to try my patience a lot. So
And one of the points is too that once you ask, and then maybe you have an experience, you're like, well, what is this? This is like with my house thing, and this is terrible. How's this? Totally taught me totally taught me a whole bunch of new things and new ways to see things, and got me through it. And I'm really glad it happened now. Plus,
That's
I have
probably a
a new
whole
kid.
show. Probably a whole show.
Hopefully, I
I
can get it
know. A whole
presentable, and there
series.
will be a. Oh, I would love to have him on. I kind of got brave and thought maybe I should ask him on. He's like world famous, but whatever. Give it a shot. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Gee, what are
And
you
look at
watching?
everybody out in the chat. Hey, everybody. All
Oh,
right.
look at that. Ron Unconditional Love is here.
Oh,
That means everything's okay.
everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. Real quick before we go to Eugene, let's just say hi to a few people here that are in the chat. We have Cindy's Heart, Wiki, Starfish is here, Teresa Halderlin. I'm probably saying your last, Adrian, Melinda Salinas, Shannon Hutchinson, Lark Kemper's here, Jay Marcus, Viviani, Craig Dixon, Ruth Bryant Wathall,
Love
and
it.
more people. Akila's here, and Scorpio Sun to Rose here. By the way, Scott is going to have a little anniversary show this evening. He's at Eastern time, so I think his is at
8 p.m.
right? 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm at Pacific time, so it's 5 for us. And he just hit a huge milestone. So he's just going to have a little blowout party. And
Yay.
yeah, you can catch him on his channel tonight. I'm going to come in and say hi for a little while.
I will definitely be there too. It's going to be a party, everybody.
Janice Bass, Mirella Riki, or Rishi. I'm not quite sure. I'm doing that. Chase Zamo, Aaron Nugent. So hi, everybody. We are taking your questions, but as always, we have a couple rules. We'd like you to make them in all caps and put some emojis around them. We would like you, actually, what we need you to do is if that you're asking for a loved one that's on the other side, we need their name and relationship. It's not that we can't go find that, but it would take too long and only a few of you would get read. And we're trying to read a lot of them. So do you see this message here from Karen?
Right.
Any messages from anyone past? We won't choose that question because that's too long. We'd have to sift the universe and we just wouldn't get to enough people.
Right.
So Karen, we'd be delighted to read your question, but you need to ask for a specific person.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you would just say the name and the relation, like your grandmother, Alice or something like that, or whoever you'd like to speak with. And you can do your grandmother in one text, and then you can do your grandfather in another text. And where spirit is guiding us, we'll star them, but where spirit is guiding us, we'll choose which one. So she did the caps, she did the emojis, but we just need a little bit of specifics, especially when we're doing these 5-minute, and we go up into spirit, we change our, what is that called? Our alternate consciousness.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes,
Yeah.
Our vibrations, our consciousness.
Right. And it's important for us just to be able to read like a short little bit and then go to spirit, because when we start thinking about it or analyzing it, it pulls us out of that spiritual connection, believe it or not, and it puts us into our analytical brain. So it's a lot of words for, please add your person's name and relation. But thank you, Karen. It's so beautiful. I loved it, and I started because I knew that we wanted to take care of you. So yeah, just let us know. And that's a good tip if everybody's wondering if their question chosen. Something. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Just remember that there's a lot of questions. We might not get to yours. Oh, look, see, Karen's changed it now. Her mother Gladys. See, that's really easy for us. We can go find her. I mean, if she wants to be found, but it's a lot easier.
Mhm.
So, okay. So much. Okay, so Jean, I cut you off. What are you up to right recently?
I am really gearing up for a big weekend. I have Scott's show tonight, and I have my show with Shane, my friend Shane, with Unbiased and on the Fence, is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot is going to be on my channel on Sunday.
Whoa.
And then Terry Suzuki and Joan and myself will be on Monday. So this is my big weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I have a couple of private readings before and after some of the shows. So yes.
Busy, busy girl.
Oh,
Mhm.
Good for you.
yeah. A lot going on. Um, I am going to put our banner up real quick just so people can see it. Um, well, are you ladies ready?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And let's just start with Karen's question
Oh,
right
yeah.
here. It's already up. So Karen would like a message from her mother, Gladys. Okay.
And thank you, Karen, for allowing us to present your text or your question as an example. We really appreciate that, and we
We do.
know we just know it'll help out so many other people out there. So we appreciate it, and
Hmm.
that's probably why you
Yep.
were chosen first.
Yep.
Yes. And I also feel like it helps me to call out her name too when I
Mhm.
zoom in and say, "Come on in, Gladys.
Yeah.
Let's do that."
Anyone who gets something can go first.
I keep getting the flowers gladiolas, and I know it's just from her name, but did she love gladiolas or did she love flowers? Did she love, spring or unique or tropical flowers? She just keeps presenting these things, and sometimes they give us like little hints and little flashes to try and start the connection. So, Karen, let me know if that makes any sense to you. If she liked any really, I'm seeing the gladiolas. Um, she's very much, very young at heart. She seemed to be very fit, a little smaller framed,
Yes.
and she really is. She hasn't changed a bit. She wants you to know. Um, she is. Trying to get her to tell me something. I see her and she's telling me she's here and she's just like she's almost like busy doing something. Was she always busy? She loves gladiolas, Karen
Oh
said.
my
Oh
God.
my
Yay.
gosh.
She's here.
Oh my gosh. You love gladiolas. Oh my gosh. That's what it is. That's the first thing she sent me, Karen. So there may be, she's saying yes, and she planted some. There may be a little bit of delay on the Facebook. Karen, I don't know if you want to just refresh your screen a little bit. Um, but so she's saying that she's very busy and she's saying nothing has changed. She's saying she's still the same mom. She's still the same energy. She feels like the same person. She said she is with loved ones and she is very happy. She's a lovely, lovely person and just seems very even keeled, very intelligent, and very complimentary. Like, sure, come on, have something to eat. Do you have any sugar? Of course, I have sugar. Sit down. Get some tea. Like whatever. She's always like very accommodating, very very sweet, and like nothing really bothered her. Nothing really. Shook her, but she's saying that yes, she was always busy. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to pop that up there just so everybody can see, because I know that not everybody can see the Facebook comments. Um, yeah, thank you very much. So I'm just going to stop there if one of you want to pick up where I left off.
Oh,
Well, what
go ahead.
I'm not really getting a message from her, but what I see her on my stage, but what I'm getting is she's a shy person. She is a smaller framed. But I see that she doesn't really want to talk to me. She's kind of like she probably was very outgoing with her family, with the people she knows, but she's not so much with strangers. I'll keep trying, but if you got something, Terry, go ahead.
Well, the first thing that I saw was a very attractive petite woman. I'm going to venture out and say blonde or sandy blonde hair, but what I felt from her, and this is the word she gave me, is I sparkle. She said, I sparkle. And I had the same thing too. I'm like, well, do you have something specific to say? I wrote down that she giggled a lot. I don't know why. Sometimes you get but I could just hear this playful little giggle, and it kind of feeds in with the shyness of it because it was a cute giggle, like just something that could start a whole room full of laughter just from this little giggle. I feel just an intense amount of love. And yes, energy, energy, energy. She did not stand still. She was involved in a lot of things, but not necessarily the person in front, but the support team that she could help create some kind of situation. And she would just be so good at what she was doing. She's telling me she had a very fulfilled life. And and now she's saying I can be so many places all at once. And I'm hearing a giggle. Uh, let's see if I can get anything more. Oh, she's doing something with her hands. What is it? She's doing some kind of thing with her hands, like this, like she's excited, or she's just so happy to be here. And I think that might tie into part of the whole thing of being active and busy and just so delighted with being able to be so many places at once. That's really cool. I think that's what I got.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm going to pass on this one. I'm not getting a lot from Gladys, so
Yeah,
we'll move on.
she was very busy. She wasn't kind of like talking to me or sending me things. She was letting me see her in action. Like I was kind of viewing a movie to her. It wasn't like she was, so maybe like in a one-on-one, we would be able to bring her in a little closer, bring her in a little closer and get like a closer, more personal message. Because I didn't hear her say anything. She was just showing me things and I could see her. It was almost like she was letting me observe her energy. So maybe she's saving that personal one-on-one communication for another time. But thank you, Karen.
Maybe.
She was
Yes.
certainly fun to read. She did have a high level of energy, and maybe that's what she wanted to communicate right now. And doesn't mean that
Mhm.
you won't hear from her again,
Yeah.
but she certainly was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much,
Oh,
Karen, for letting us read your mother, Gladys. That was a lot of fun to do. Um, I'm just going to show you this really quick. Oh, sorry. Hi, Ron. Hi. We just love it when Ron Unconditional Love shows up because it's like we feel everything's okay. Ron's here. So thank you, Ron. Um, let's see. So let's well, first I want to mention something. We are simulcasting right now. We are simulcasting to my channel. So the main party right now is at my channel, Kiguru Spiritual Journeys on YouTube. So if you want to join the main chat where you see or you're interacting with a lot of people, come on over to YouTube to Kiguru Spiritual Journeys Terry Suzuki, and you'll find our chat. We're also simulcasting on Jean's Facebook page, Sun Psychic Jean Facebook page, and Terry Lee's Pure Visionary Psychic Medium YouTube page.
Yes.
We have one more too. I think Jean's YouTube page as well. So the main chat right now is on my page. You will only see the people at the place you're at. So you won't see the whole chat unless you come over here. But thank you for being here, regardless of what channel you're on. So let's get back to the questions here.
I was just adding the link into the other chat so you can see them there. I'm putting them in. So if you guys want to come on over and join us at Terry Suzuki's Kiguru Spiritual Journeys, that would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you, Jane.
Okay. Well, let's go with Michelle
Oh,
Stevens Gottschalk. She first time to catch us live. Thank you for catching us. I would love any message Spirit may have for me today.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I got something right away. I saw your spirit guides in a greenhouse,
Wow,
and
nice.
you are the greenhouse, kind of. And they are cranking up the window a little bit to let a little air in. They're watering you, they're feeding you nice nutrition. So basically they're just letting you know that they are supporting you, giving you all the nutrition for really good growth. So go ahead and enjoy that, and enjoy the growth that that obviously they're going to be sending your way.
Well, the first thing that I got, oh, Michelle, was a very, very powerful, deep, deep pink, which is their way of just telling me right away that there is great, great love surrounding you. Very powerful love. And when I reached a little deeper into that, the feeling I got was yes, you are a deeply loving person. You're a very deeply caring person. I'm hearing they love your laughter. But they're telling me to remind you to take that love that you have for others and also turn it around for yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. Be lenient with yourself. Spoil yourself. Care for yourself. Take that beautiful love that you have in your soul and remember to look in the mirror and say how much you love yourself and how you've always done the best you could do, and that you are enjoying a beautiful journey, but also feel that deep love around you. And I'm just feeling joy from them. It's like it's a very bubbly energy, and it's that bubbly kind of love. And what I'm feeling is their confidence, and that you are going to be able to do everything you're setting out to do. Whew, okay, got it. That's it. There it came out. Whoa.
Thank, thank you, Terry. A
Yeah.
lot of that was very similar for me, Michelle. And what I was picking up was that you are, you know, sort of miscongeniality. You have lots of friends, lots of different groups, lots of family, lots of responsibility, the dog, the school, the carpool, the class, you have a lot of things going on in your life, and you absolutely love each and every one. And that you're very busy, but like what Terry just said, that it's important for you to carve out time for yourself. Make that massage appointment, make that pedicure, manicure appointment. It takes time for yourself and regenerate. Um, I do see that you have a beautiful family and a beautiful set of friends, and this just really lights up your world. And like Terry said too. I mean, I was just, you saw me going like this. I was like
I
getting
love
it.
that. I
the,
love
the,
that.
the giggling, the laughter.
Mhm.
You're just really very open and warm and loving person. But they're just saying that make sure you carve out time for yourself and enjoy the summer. I feel like this is like your time. I feel like you're in high spirits and good spirits.
Mm.
So good for you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you, Michelle. Um, I think what I'm going to do is kind of switch back and forth from uh, psychic questions and mediumship questions. So here's a mediumship question from
Okay.
Caroline Sayers. Hi, I would love to hear from my brother Robert in spirit. Okay.
Caroline, just let us know that you're still here. Just say hi. If we
Yeah.
call, if we choose your question, just let us know that you're here.
Yeah. Yeah. It is very helpful to know. She said hi. She's here. Okay.
So I'm not sure, Caroline, but I kind of feel like Robert's been passed for a little bit, not too long, maybe 5 or 10 years. He seems to be gone for a little bit. And he's always with you, and he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And you guys were close, but not as close as you wished. I don't know. You know how when you grow up and you uh, have a spouse, and then you start having kids, and you do some things together, but not as much as you would love. He knows all this. This is what he's telling me. And Caroline, if this makes sense to you, if he passed like about 5 years ago or more, just seems like it's not too recent. It's been a little while. And he's just letting you know that he's remembering all the good times that you had, even though it may not have been as close as you. Oh, he just passed. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know that, Caroline. December of 22. Um, so that's very recent. That's only 6 months. Um, he was giving me the sense that um, he wished you two would have been closer. You were close at one point, and then maybe like life got in the way, and the job and the family and things, you weren't able to see each other as often. Um, but he's just letting you know that he is watching out for you. He does feel your heart and hear your thoughts. He does know that you think of him often, and that you're concerned or curious about him or thinking about him a lot. And he just wants to thank you, especially for bringing him in tonight and calling on him tonight. He's very honored that you think about him, and that you hold him in your heart. Anybody else?
Very interesting. The first thing I felt, and I don't get this very often in a reading, I felt some kind of sadness surrounding the situation. Now, it's either sadness, there might have been a lot of course, there's always sadness when a loved one passes, but it may have been circumstances. It may have been that he's trying to communicate to me through me that he does sense your sadness, that you are reaching out to him, and as Jean said, thinking about him a lot. I kept seeing a lot of bright flashing lights. I don't know what that means. Um, it was just brilliant, brilliant light. I don't know if that was. I couldn't. I kept going back and forth. Was he like an entertainer or somebody that was in front of lights a lot, or did how he passed? Was there a great deal of light surrounding him, or I haven't quite delved into it deep enough to know if that is okay. Him projecting his soul energy for you to know that he is there. He is now fully capable and aware of his ability to be close to you. He's saying close to you in tender moments. I'm have my ability to be close to you in tender moments and to understand that sorrow. But I believe he's encouraging you to raise your vibration and he's saying relax when you try to talk to me, when you try to reach me, just relax like I'm right there, like I'm right there for you. Maybe it wasn't always that way on the earthly plane, but it definitely is now. And yeah, I think that's it. Wow.
That's so fabulous. Well, Robert showed me something a little different than that. He actually went back and forth. At one point, he would show me kind of a polished businessman, but what he first showed me was this outdoor warrior. He was like showing me somebody who either liked to camp or hunt, or I mean, even maybe a prepper. And uh, he was showing me the flag, red, white, and blue. He was, I kind of wondered if the lights you were seeing were like fireworks. He's very
Oh,
patriotic, I think, as
ah,
well.
maybe.
And if he were a very polished businessman, this is who he really wanted to be. He wanted to be out there in the woods doing stuff close to the earth. So Robert, the so what I noticed is he has this little wooden barricade kind of up that is part of his hide out in the woods or whatever. And he kind of pops his head over it and he says, "Yeah, I like to be tough when I was alive." But he says, "I apologize for keeping this fence between us." He's showing me this. I mean, it's not necessarily a fence, but there's some sort of barricade. And he says, "I really apologize for that. I didn't realize. I realize now. I didn't realize then that I did not have to protect myself as much as I thought. I really felt that I had to protect not only myself but everybody around me, all my family, everybody was needed my protection." And he said, "Now I realize we're all on our own journeys. I was on my journey. Um, I see now some changes I would have liked to make, but at the same time, I'm quite happy with what I learned this time around."
Hmm,
So
that's good.
he kind of gives a kiss like that and just kind of disappears.
Oh,
So
look at that.
He was a carpenter and a tree surgeon, Terry.
Very good.
okay,
Very, very
okay,
good.
Oh my gosh.
Very good.
Wow. Talk about a bird blind. You saw him behind this wooden structure. And
yeah,
I saw
little
the bird
wooden.
blind and I saw him peeking behind. As you were telling me, I could see him doing it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What
Cool.
a cool
Very cool.
guy.
Yeah,
He's really
I
evolved too.
I think what I loved is the softness of his heart.
Mhm.
that he probably wasn't completely a really soft guy in life, but he's definitely very softened up now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Caroline, for letting us um, read him. He was just lovely.
Mhm.
Yes.
Um, let's see. So that was Robert, brother Robert. Um, this is a really tough question, guys, but let's give it a shot because for some reason I'm very drawn to this question, even though I know it's a tough one. So Lilith Rose Darcy asks, is there any guidance on how I can heal the victim mentality I have, along with the fear, anxiety, and PSTD? Yeah. So I know that's a hard one, but let's give it a shot.
Absolutely. Spirit's the one that has to answer it anyway, not us.
Right, right.
Well, the first thing I heard was gratitude, practice gratitude and gratitude sort of mantras. I am grateful for. I'm so blessed because, and you know, whether it's the shoes on your feet, the shirt on your back, the roof over your head, the you know what the dime in your pocket, the cup of tea that's warm. Think about and focus on gratitude. The other thing is stay in the now moment whenever your mind, whenever your analytical mind brings you to the past or in the future, just kind of look around and try and touch something in front of you or touch yourself. Also, tapping. If I'm doing this, if you do tapping, something to bring you into this awareness right now, right here, and with gratitude. And that's that's where I would begin, and it is possible, Lilith. So, sending you blessings.
And what I'm hearing is that um, you're never a victim. You are in charge of your life right now. You get to play it the way you want to do it. Um, and they're letting me know that they realize that fear keeps you kind of bound. That a lot of the root of all of this is fear. And some of this fear doesn't just come from this life right now, it comes from some other past lives. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to overcome fear. Um, and they're just saying, remember the bedrock principles. The bedrock principle is you never die. Your spirit never dies. Your body might, but your spirit never dies. You are always here. This is your life and your chance to change things for the better or to do things a little differently. And so they are encouraging you to take control where you can. Now, that sounds a little bit dangerous. Like, I mean, I don't want you to like get a food illness or something because you can control the food or something. But what they're saying is recognize the little times where that you've given up your power and take the power back. Even if it's something so simple as saying, "Well, I thought I was going to make pork chops tonight, but nope, it's going to be barbecue chicken." You know, I mean, just they're saying even little things where you can take control, go ahead. They I just see them putting blessings on you. They're yeah, they're kind of using their hands to put blessings on you, and it looks. I know this is going to sound a little, but it looks like they're almost putting bubbles on you. Bubbles. Yeah.
Wow, I love it when it ties in. That just blows my mind. So the first thing I heard was, you are in control. Just a very powerful voice saying, you are in control. And your life is your universe, your life. You are surrounded. This is your life. You came to this planet to experience this life, and you are in control, and everything is part of the tapestry of your life. You're not a victim. You have control. The greatest, what did I say? The greatest leap that you can make is the leap of faith in your own self. The greatest leap that you can make is the leap of faith in your own self. You are a soul, a spark of the living being that created the universe. You have the power. And okay, I'm getting some else. Hold on. Whew, it's coming through pretty fast. When these thoughts come through, these thoughts, I don't know what they are. They're just saying these thoughts. When these thoughts come through, verbally state that that is not the vibration that you are in right now. You are ascending, you are growing, you are expanding. You are a soul who has been here to experience and understand through your experience about love, life, forgiveness, joy, happiness. They want you to dance. They want you to dance the dance and live this joyous life. And don't look back. And when the thoughts come, just say that's not my vibration anymore. I am not on that level anymore. I am growing and ascending and expanding my awareness. Oh, you got some good help over there.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Wow.
I hope that helps.
I hope so
helps, Lynette.
too. The only last thing I got, is I kept getting things, forgive yourself, forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you are the one that needs the forgiveness. You're already forgiven. Forgive yourself. Okay. So
And
Lilith,
ask for that special angel to come in and help you with whatever you need. Like we used to say, if we had a computer problem, we would call the computer angels to come and help us. If we had a gardening problem, we would call the gardening angels. So whatever it is that you are working on or your challenges on that day, make sure you call them in. I also wanted to say that Caroline said she was really appreciated hearing from her brother Robert, and she's been waiting to understand the best way to communicate with him. And didn't he tell us that directly?
Yeah. Yeah, he did actually.
He
yeah.
said quiet and relax to communicate with him. Isn't that something? And they tend to do that. They tend to kind of let us know what it is that's on your mind. That's the direct answer as well. It's amazing. Michelle also says, thank you for the positive messages, ladies. I love to laugh and love, working really hard on the self-love.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's
we
great.
were getting that. Yeah, great. Thank you very much for sharing that, Michelle, and for your feedback, everyone. That's really very important to the messages.
Mm-hmm.
And Lilith, I just
Okay.
have to tag this in. I just keep seeing you dancing. So I don't know if you love to dance or you love music and dancing, but I just keep seeing a lovely woman just dancing and just releasing everything, all of that
And that's
energy.
for Lilith?
That's for
Yep.
Lilith.
Yep. Oh, good luck, Lilith, and let us know how things go. Okay. Now to a mediumship one. Selena Peters wants to know, does my Auntie Vilma have anything she wants anyone to know? So, Celine, if you are here, or Selena, would you please just put a little comment in the section like, hi, I'm here, just so we know you're here in case we have any questions. And hi to Kelly at Dozen Cats. How you doing? Nice
Hey,
to see you.
Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Yep. And Tracy Ralph, thank you for helping out. You're
Yes. Thank you very
the
much.
moderator.
I have to apologize. I'm just having trouble moving on. I just have to
Okay.
say this for Lilith. One last thing, Lilith.
Okay.
Immediately when I said that, I heard the song from Saturday Night Live or Saturday Night Fever. You should be dancing. Yeah. I don't know why they gave me that, but the help on the other side for you is coming through very strong. So I had to get it out before I could move on. So
Obvious,
to Auntie
obvious.
Wilma.
It means a lot. to them. They want her to dance. They want her to, probably, don't you think they want her to remember the joy of life?
I think that's part of
You
it.
know, to
Yeah.
replace some of the victim mentality with joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is Celine here? If not, maybe we can choose someone else and come back to Celine. Because I don't
Um,
see her responding. And with a mediumship one, it's really important.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. That
So
helps a
we
lot.
will, Celine, if you are here, please put a little, hi. We're going to move on to another question, but if we see a little hi from you, we'll come back after we're done. Let's see. We'll go to Danielle Horn.
Mm.
Okay. Danielle Horn wants any message from her grandma Peggy or her mother-in-law Faye, but uh, usually we just want one name in there, one person. So I'm going to choose Peggy. You two choose whoever you want.
I was going to see who shows up.
And Danielle, just say hi.
Uh-oh.
There she is.
Yay. Okay, great. Grandma Peggy. And she says Grandma Peggy. So, okay.
Thank you, Danielle.
I'm sorry. I immediately got a beautiful, beautiful, loving, like a tender personality. Like you could trust Grandma Peggy. You could trust talking to her about how you really feel about something, or maybe even something you don't want anybody else to know. Grandma Peggy was the one. And what I felt from her was kneading. I don't know if she was a cook. I hope so, because I'm feeling kneading dough, like just working the dough and the flour and like making pie maybe. Um, she said to me, and that's why I chuckled. She said, "Yes, I'm a classic." So I don't know, she's like the classic grandma. She said, "Yes, I'm a classic." But the feeling I get from her is like, your secret is safe with me. Um, really wonderful, wonderful conversations and guidance. The things that we shared were really precious. And believe it or not, she's still sharing with you. I'm still sharing with you. I'm showing you little signs that let you know that I am still very involved in your life. There is nothing that can break that love. There is no time or distance. It's always there, and I'm always there for you. I think that's it. I hope she was a pie maker.
Yeah. Well,
Or
I immediately heard loudly. So still it was claircognizant, but it
yeah.
was loud by claircognizant standards where I kind of heard them say in all caps, trust, trust. Grandma Peggy said trust.
Oh.
Trust in the process. Trust in trust that
Oh.
I hear you when you talk to me. Trust I think she's referring to your spirit guides, angels, and even herself. When we put an idea or an image in your head, trust that we are trying to guide you. Trust these things rather than think, oh, I don't want anyone to think I'm mentally ill or something. Trust this process because I can just feel this great love from you, from her, and she would like to hear more from you. That's it.
Well, Peggy is so sweet, Danielle. So she's telling me that she really liked working for the church or cooking for the church. She was almost like one of those. She could have actually been a school cafeteria cook, or she cooked for the church. I see her making big, those big tinfoil trays of lasagna or mac and cheese, or like those church
Classics.
bazaar food, the big food for the church bazaars. She specifically told me church, bazaar, food, social. She told me that she had short, like grayish blondish hair. Maybe it was highlighted, like a maybe different, like a darker with a lighter color through it, like the more frosted, not highlighted, more frosted look. And she was tiny, but man, she could cook. And she's just showing me the bazaar and the church and the socials. And she was very much a pillar in her community, whatever it was. If it wasn't church, it was whatever that social group was that she was doing things for, making things for, and or she could have been working in a school. So let me know, Danielle, if that makes any sense.
Thank you for that validation, Danielle. That just I got a
Yeah.
little teary. Sounds
Oh,
like she indeed was a classic, Jean. Those are all classic things that
right.
oh,
And for some
right
reason, I
then.
kept thinking when you said like a church bazaar or something, or a grange. A grange. They used to have
Oh yeah,
granges when I was a
to
kid.
going to
I
Oh,
church.
don't
look,
know what
she says church. Oh,
Yep. And a bus driver. Awesome.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay, Danielle, thank you for letting
thank
us
you.
meet your grandmother. That was fabulous. We're
Very
gonna go back
sweet.
to um
If I could
uh
just
Yeah.
respond to this comment that she said, what does she think of my grandson? She did get to meet him. I know that many other times we've had people say, did they meet my children or did they know my children? And before your children were born, your grandmother was able to hold the spirit of your child
Yes.
before they were born.
Yes.
So do know that she is always around them too, always around them. Sorry, Terry, go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm glad you said
Perfect.
that because
Yeah.
that's always true. That's true. Well, we're gonna go back to Selena Peters because she's here.
Yay.
Um, thank you for responding, but you only have to say like, "Yeah, I'm here" or something, just so we know you're here if we need to ask a question. So Celine wants to know, does my Auntie Vilma have anything she wants anyone to know? So,
Mm.
She wants you to know that she's okay. She wants you to know that she's young and beautiful on the other side, and she really enjoyed her life. She's watching out over she's watching over the family, but she seems to be, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this.
Mhm.
Not really, she kind of like knew a little bit about everybody's like secrets. Like she was always the busybody in the nicest way. She knew a little bit about this one down the street. She knew a little about this one's brother. She kind of like kept tabs, and it was done in a loving way. Like she just wanted everybody to be in connection with one another. She just wanted everybody to be aware of what was going on. And some people would say, "Oh, she always talks about so and so," but
Yeah.
it's not that. It was that
Yeah.
she knew the community, that it was more important that everybody knew what was going on so we could all pray for somebody. But she's beautiful and she's young on the other side and she's very vibrant and she's watching over the family and she's still keeping tabs on everybody just as she did in this world here. So let me know if that makes any sense to you, Celine.
well, she's a card. She
Yeah. Sure makes sense to me, Jean. Go ahead,
because
Terry.
what she showed me right away was kind of herself with a Swami headdress. And I'm like, what are you doing, Auntie Vilma? What's that? And she's like, they thought I was a mind reader They thought, so she's just showing me that to make a funny point. They thought I was a mind reader because I knew a little bit about everybody, just like you said. But she said, in reality, what I didn't know back then, I was highly, highly intuitive. She's claircognizant like I am. She knew things about people without them having to tell her. I mean, if she were alive right now, she could have a show like this, like that. She really was in tune, and that's why she's having fun with this Swami headdress on. I'm trying to, like, I knew everything. Okay, so just know, that's nice. She says, yes, I still know everything, but she said, I do mind my own business, and I'm not in your business. You can talk to me anytime, but I'm not. She's just letting you know that she's not like peeping in on you at times you wouldn't want to be peeped in at. Well, boy, she's a card. She's
Hmm.
amazing person here.
Very vibrant energy. Um, what she said to me is that, excuse me, I'm sorry, allergies. Um, I'm just settling down so I can say it the way she said it. So many people just didn't listen to my advice. That's the first thing that she said to me. And she's saying, I was just trying to help. I feel like I was misunderstood. I was just trying to help. She said, and most of the time I was right. Okay. She is a hoot, Vilma. What else do you have to say, dear? Oh, she's laughing. What a ride. She's explaining that she really, really loved her life, and she's expressing to me her gratitude and love for you, and gratitude to all the people that shared in her life on this lifetime and planet Earth. She's just sharing that gratitude and love. She said, you can ask me for advice anytime. She's a hoot. Um, Something's going on. I don't know. Somebody in the family has something that's going on. And she's cracking me up. She says, you could be sure. You could be sure that I'm there to help it go right. I don't know what that is, but there's definitely something within the family that she's kind of helping guide and work out. And she's saying, this is fun. I sensed a little teasing going on in there a little bit.
Yeah, let us know, Celine. Does this make
Yes,
sense?
please.
Yeah,
And
Most of the time she was
you
right.
could, she could be your guide as well. I mean, helping the family,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
could,
Hmm.
maybe ask her for guidance, and because of her abilities and
Yeah.
because of her knowing a little bit about everybody's business, she'd be able to help you out and help guide you. Um, but
Hmm.
she's such a beautiful, lovely spirit, and I concur with the ladies that she had some intuitive specialties for sure. And I love the way that she showed us this by wearing the Swami hat. I'm not sure if everybody knows what that
So
is. It's
cute.
sort of like what, in the olden days or back in the day, they used to have it, like gypsies, or, they used to have
I feel
this
like
kind of thing.
Johnny Carson used to
Oh,
have
yeah.
one on.
Karnak. Remember
Yeah,
his name was
way
Karnak.
out of control.
Yeah. Celine, so I'm not sure if you got kicked off or what, but please do let us know, because she was
Yes.
quite the character.
The most unusual soul presentation I've seen in a while. I mean, it was just very
Yeah,
vibrant, high energy.
she is fun. Really, really fun. Well, it's time.
I love it. That's great.
So let's see.
She said her coming through, and one of the first things she mentioned was that she was young and beautiful on the other side is totally her. And yes, she had a joie de vivre for sure. What does that mean, joie de vivre?
It's a French word for like a real. She
Oh,
loves
oh,
life.
je
She's
ne sais
just
quoi or
really
something like
over the
that.
top. Yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
And she
Oh
said,
my
yes, she was very intuitive also. She was the peacemaker, the middleman for her sisters
Ah,
and their dramas. Oh my gosh.
okay. That
I
makes a lot
have
of
chills head
sense.
to toe. She is coming through so strong, Celine.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful soul.
Oh, she says she had joy for life.
Oh,
Oops,
that's
sorry. I think I
wonderful.
unclicked it just as you clicked it.
I sure had fun reading her. She was delightful, delightful.
Well, yeah, at first when she had the hat on, I'm like, well, that's really unusual. And then she kind of snapped at me. Well, they all thought I was a mind reader. So like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness,
Oh,
how much fun
ah,
was that?
beautiful.
Okay. Do you think we have uh time for one more question?
I'm good. How about you, Terry Lee?
I am very good. It
Yeah,
always goes by so
Okay.
fast. I'm happy
it
to
does.
extend it a little
I'm
bit.
good.
Good. Well, we're going to go back to a psychic question. And this is one of those this is a hard question, but we're going to give it a shot. So, Evelyn would like to know, hello and thank you. I quit my job back in November and I haven't worked since then. Does my guides have any messages for me? So, a little bit of employment advice here.
Whew. Yeah. Let's see. Hmm.
I get the feeling that you were exercising self-respect. I get the feeling that you were doing things as you um, to you were doing things to the best of your ability, and you followed your guidance, and you knew that you couldn't compromise anymore. Like it was compromising your values and your energy. And you stood up for yourself and you wouldn't stand for it anymore. Um, it was just it wasn't fulfilling for you, and they want you to look at what is fulfilling for you, what is something that you like to do, and maybe even start volunteering. You can they actually take volunteers for hospice, and you can volunteer at old folks home, you can volunteer at you can check with the schools and see if they need like a lunch lady or a uh, um, what is that called? A recess, you know, helper or something like that. You can volunteer in soup kitchens. You can volunteer in pet shelters. And then this will help you figure out what it is that you like, that you don't like. I feel as though you do like being around people, but it has to be the right kind of people. It has to be people who have values and have respect and who help each other and not just, work you to the bone. Um, and try different things. Just because you don't have a job doesn't mean you can't go out and do different things. And it'll help raise your vibration so that you attract energy towards you. And it'll also help you to maybe find out what areas is something that you'd like to do, or even just talking to people and getting the word out if you're interested in working again.
Um, it's really interesting. The messages are kind of coming slow, but right off the bat, they told me you should not be beating yourself up for not working.
Oh,
They said you are healing, that whatever caused you to quit really hurt you, spirit wise hurt you a lot, or you wouldn't have gone so far as to quit. And that it's all right that you took a little time off to get healed and to allow yourself to heal inside. And The only other thing they keep showing me is they keep showing me leaves. They keep showing me leaves being blown along a path.
Ooh.
And I don't know if they mean think about gardening centers or some sort of earthwork. But also somehow I get the feeling that these leaves are like little children's lives, like that
Mm.
somehow your care helps them on their way in life. So I don't know quite what that means for you, but um, that what I do know is they want you to not beat yourself up. Things
Hmm.
will come right again.
Good message. Well, I was immediately directed to the cards. And normally I only draw three. I ended up drawing five in this case. Now, I want you to come along with me. Let's see the story that the cards are telling. The first card was the Page of Wands. Okay. The Page of Wands is good news, and it's going to be coming swiftly. Um, I'm sensing that this good news might perhaps have been something that you might have thought of before, or that might have uh, come to your attention before, but now you're going to see it revisit. Don't be afraid by this card. This is the Death card. Now, in this case, I'm getting from spirit that this is a good thing. This is the end of that feeling that you have when you've worked for people and you have suffered. You have you have felt, well, I'll just go right to the next card. Conflict. Okay. So you have felt conflict in your working environment in the past. And this is going to end. Now, I think the way that it ends is I see the King of Pentacles came next. That is a mature and grounded male, which may be someone who is going to offer you this new job, or maybe this is the person or the position that you're looking for. In other words, pick the thing that makes you feel secure, that makes you feel grounded. There might be a lot of opportunities out there for you, but these cards are telling me that the old way of what do they say? The old way of working, that know your own value. They're saying know your own value. And then once again, another card, but this is the Tower. That means it's over. It's ending and new beginnings are right around the corner for you. But I think what the cards are describing is that you've been through some difficult times with jobs and you haven't really been appreciated. And I think it's time for you to appreciate yourself. I think it's time for you maybe sit down and write out a list of all of your qualities that are excellent and look at that. Look at that every day and know that there is swift news coming, good news, and it's coming swiftly. So just be ready for it. Just feel the happiness and joy that you're going to feel when you get this position, this beautiful new position for you. Feel it right now as if you have it today. And that's what I got.
That's fabulous. Whew. You know, really, you just told everybody the secret of manifestation, which is just believing you have it now already. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah, I heard
wow.
the story the other day of a man who had a goal and he went out and bought himself a new watch as a reward prior to achieving the goal. And every time he looked at the watch, he thought about, hey, I'm going to achieve this goal. This is mine. I'm claiming it as mine.
Oh, well, thank you, Evelyn, for asking your question. Um, well, ladies, our time is up. We've, we've read a lot of questions here, and thank you in the audience for sending the questions in. Thank you for
Yes.
carefully asking them where that um, use the name in relationship, where that you use separate questions for separate people that you're wanting to talk to. And thank you also for being available because it is sometimes we need feedback. And so that's a lot of times why we say, hey, Evelyn, are you here? Or somebody, just so that we can, if we have a question, we can get it answered right away. So, anyway, Thank you, everybody. Thank you, moderators, for doing your job. And I just want everyone to know that all three of us do have channels where you can book private messages with us, where that I think we all read for an hour usually, which,
Hmm?
you know, here on YouTube, I call it speed dating. We're just reading really fast. But it's such a nice luxury to get to read you for a full hour.
Mhm.
That is amazing, and we can do some really interesting work. And each of us have different things that we can do. You know, like I can take you on a spiritual journey, and Jean can do Q. I know I'm going to mess this up. QRRT healing.
It's not. It's quantum. It's quantum healing. Yeah.
Okay.
What's in
Yeah.
here? Ooh,
And all of us
love
can read past lives. We can't do regressions, but we can look at them and
Mhm.
yeah.
We can
And
answer many questions in those private readings instead of just a couple. That's what's fun.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And please do join us. We'll be on Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot, his YouTube channel tonight at 8 p.m. And it'll be a celebration. If you're not doing anything, come on over and join the chat and listen to the celebration. It'll be lots of fun. We have a really beautiful group here. I know that everybody on Facebook, you can come on over and join us. I don't know that he is, I'll ask him if we can, but come on over to the YouTube, Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot, later on tonight at 8 p.m. Oh, Celine says much gratitude and blessings. You're welcome, Celine. You're welcome, everybody. And thank you, each and every one. They were such beautiful readings today. Really good energy for our fabulous Fridays with our psychic triad. It was so much fun. And thank you, everybody, for being here.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Mhm.
See you on another Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.